Good morning. It's actually not morning, y'all. Ooh, child. It is hot and toasty up in here. And heat is mesmerizing to me. And I am like in a trance. Heat puts me to sleep, y'all. So it's warm and toasty up in here, not too hot. I was a little hot. Girl, I got up to go use the bathroom just now. And I'm like, I'm hot. I had forgot to take my robe off last night. So I was under two blankets, had a robe on. Girl, no wonder I was on fire. Fire. So yeah, y'all, heat puts me to sleep. So sometimes I be sleeping and I be so warm and toasty and it be so hard for me to get up. Who wants to get up out of a warm and toasty bed to get up into the cold? Especially when you ain't got no socks on. When you ain't got no socks on like me, girl, I do not like to sleep without no socks on. I keep forgetting to bring a pair of socks up in here. And yeah, I'm going to have to do that today. I'm going to have to bring some socks up in here. So anyway, y'all, I'm about to get up. But before I get up, I've been sleeping in the van for about 2 weeks or more. Last night before last, I didn't sleep in the van because I was working on something in the house. And when I got tired, I just like went laid on the sofa. I didn't feel like coming outside. But y'all, I've been sleeping in the van for about 2 weeks to kind of help me figure some things out. And I don't know if I'm no closer to figuring them out. I'm still confused. Living in the van do help you picture things, feel things. I think my floor plan is pretty solidified. That's the word I'm looking for. I think my floor plan is pretty solidified, but it's just looking around and stuff and figuring out what to do with this and what to do with that. And the biggest thing that is kicking my brain and my butt right now is my doors. My doors. That's the biggest thing. Like, to upholster these doors, to what to do with these doors. Like, I don't want the yellow part of the doors to show. I thought about painting the doors and doing the gold leaf on to the doors. That would be better, I was thinking. But then I'm so confused. I am so confused. And I need to get on with this van bill because I at least need to get my electrical going where I could just go to Vegas and go somewhere and just stay in the van. I don't have to have furniture in here. All I need is solar. And that's what I'm telling y'all. Once you have your van insulated, once you have your floor, all you need is solar. You can make it without nothing else. Well, I need my solar and I need my stove. And in order to have a stove, I need a cabinet. Y'all, I'm so frustrated. I'm so confused. I'm so over this van bill, but I can't be over it because I need to do it. And I really, really, really need to push through the obstacles in my mind to go and get this van bill over with, because it's like the obstacles, instead of trying to contemplate things, instead of trying to come up with the right plan, is hindering and slowing up the process. So I'm just going to have to get my little butt up out of bed and do something. It's going on 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Girl, I was in the bed. It was warm and toasty, and it was almost 12 o'clock. And I said, oh, 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. That is another one of my problems. I look at my clock, and I'm the type of person that is a on the dot type person. I'm like, if I got 10 more minutes, let me lay down for 10 more minutes and I'll get up in 10 more minutes. Girl, I need to get up then because my 10 minutes turned into when I got up and looked at the phone again. I'm thinking it's 10 minutes. It was 1:22 p.m. And I just had laid down and it was 12 going on 12 o'clock and I had 10 more minutes. Girl, what felt like 10 minutes to me was a whole hour and 10 minutes. Well, no, it was an hour and 30 minutes. I got to stop doing that. I got to stop saying 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes, 30 more minutes. I got to stop doing that and just get up. But it's so hard to do because my mind is just like, oh, you got 10 more minutes. Just lay down and get up at exactly 12 o'clock because I'm an on the dot type. Like if I got 10 minutes to 12, I want to get up at 12. So nope, I need to stop doing that. I need to stop. I need to stop. So anyway, y'all, I'm pretty much fussing at myself this morning because I have to, just like you have to give yourself a pep talk every now and then, you got to beat yourself up sometimes. Because if you don't be hard on yourself sometimes and give yourself just a real talk, believe me, the world gonna do it. Believe me, the trolls is gonna do it. So you might as well hear from you first. And I am more receptive to my own advice. I'm a whole nutty buddy. Do y'all see why I call my subscribers the Nutty Buddy Nation? Because I am a whole nut. Okay? So anyway, y'all, I'm going to turn y'all around and just show y'all some of my dilemmas, which I've probably already showed them to you before. The dilemmas are different. I'm going to tell you, when you look at a problem from the outside looking in, it is different. But when you're inside, the problem is more elevated. That wasn't the word I wanted to use, but I couldn't think of the other one. But when you are maybe more emphasized, but that's not the word I want to use either. See, y'all, I got a lot of words to use. I got an extensive vocabulary, darling. But the thing about it is the words be stuck up in here. The words be stuck up in there. I got an extensive vocabulary. I just never used none of the words before. When it's time to think about them, they don't come to the surface. Y'all, I am a jokester. I'm a whole nutty buddy. Let me turn y'all around and show y'all some of my issues, some of my problems. And I know y'all are going to have plenty of solutions for me. And I know sometimes when y'all make suggestions and then you're like, well, you didn't take my advice. Sometimes I have suggestions for myself. And I don't take my own advice. Sometimes you have to really think these things through. Because one thing always affects another. in a van build, it's not like you could just do this and you could just do that and you could just do every single thing that comes to your mind. Because one thing affects another. And like this bed that I'm building, that I started on building, one thing affects another. And oh my goodness, I'm just gonna have to show y'all. It's hard to tell you, it's hard to explain it to you, because you want to build a bed, just go build the bed. You want to do this, you want to do that, just go do it. But one thing affects another, and you have to consider all of that. Because if you don't, when you get to the point of building that other thing, then you're gonna be like, darn, I didn't think of that. So you have to really think long and hard of not just what you're building, but what you're gonna build. Like, I'm gonna build a pull-out thing over here, but also on top of that, I'm gonna attempt to build we are gonna build a closet back here, and then on top of that, we're gonna build a bed. So I can't just build the one thing that I'm working on right now. I can't just do that. And that's it. I have to think about all the other stuff that I am going to build in this same space. Because this space right here, this is why I think I need to do this next. Because this space right here is the one that's going to be complicated. This space right here is the one that combines 3 and 4 things in one. One, my battery storage under there, which I've already got that built. That's the first thing. Secondly is the closet. That's the second thing. The third thing is the bed. That's the third thing. The fourth thing is, which is the thing I need to do next. The fourth thing is that pull out, slide out thing, like this thing that I built over here. Everything has its own set of specific needs that it needs in order for me to build that thing. But then how do you get every last one of them specific things to work together? That's what makes a van build complicated. When you have multiple functions in one space, like this right here, we're not talking about in the van, we're talking about in one section. When you have multiple functions in one space, it gets complicated. People that don't do van life or don't do a van build, they be like, oh, that is so cool. Why don't you do this? And why don't you do that? And why don't you do this? And they don't realize, you can't do that. Because, or if you do, yeah, that's a good idea. And that, in theory, that sounds really nice. But when it comes to the functionality of it, when it comes to the engineering of it, some things become just an idea, and it has to stay there. It has to stay as an idea, because some things I would love to do, everything that I would love to dream of doing. I dream of Genie. My nose don't move. My nose don't move, and I can't twiddle my nose and just make all my dreams come true. I wish I could. I wish I could. But yeah, I think I'm stuck on the process, and I think I just really need to get over that. And you guys don't know how frustrating that is. I want to cry right now. You don't know how frustrating it is sometimes to, when you're doing it yourself. Like, if I was taking this to somebody to van build if I had the money to just pay somebody $30,000 to build out my van, then that wouldn't be my problem. That would be their problem. I just tell them what I want, and they better fix it, because I'm paying them. But there would be their problem when you're paying a van builder. It becomes their problem. And a lot of people want to say, Vanessa, just get somebody else to do it. Girl, I can't afford to do it myself. I'm running out of money. Where we gonna get the money from? Oh, girl, can y'all please, the people that want to give a suggestion, can you please send me the money to go let somebody else build out my van? Oh, somebody say, why don't you pay somebody else to do it, girl? First of all, I love doing my own van bill. Uh, and second of all, don't nobody got no money to pay nobody to do no van bill. Not girl. I am not popping like that. Okay. I'm barely making it by the head of my chinny chin chin. I'm not, according to other people's levels, I'm not even making it. Like, I'm below the poverty line. And to pull a rabbit out of this hat, I got to do it myself. And sometimes that becomes frustrating when you have a vision of something and in theory it looks good, it looks doable, but in all practicality it becomes something that you have to figure out how to accomplish that. It's not just, oh, I could do this and I could do that. You have to figure out how to accomplish it. And sometimes that frustrates you and make you want to cry, because I'm like, I thought of it. I dream of Jeannie. It was a good idea. But when it comes to doing it, and that's why you have to sit with stuff for a while. Like, you can see other van builders doing things. They have that skill. They learned that skill. You don't have that skill and that knowledge. And for you to figure it out, it's going to take a little minute. Don't beat yourself up about that. Like this thing that I built over there, the pullout, I seen plenty of other people build a pullout. And a lot of people do it differently. I found a way that somebody else did it that I like. And so I wanted to do that. And I had to figure out how to achieve that. I did. The pullout is wonderful. I love it. I want to do another pullout on this side as well. But I have so much other stuff going on this side that this pullout is not going to be straightforward and clean cut like the other one. And that's kind of frustrating because you just want things to be simple. Sometimes I be like, why is everything so difficult for me? Why do nothing just come easy to me? Anyway, you guys, enough of, y'all just keep me in y'all prayers. Pray for me that God motivates me. Pray for me that God gives me the ingenuity and the know-how to accomplish everything that I am setting out to accomplish. Pray for me that God just gives me the mental fortitude to just get up and do what I need to do and not be frustrated and not get overwhelmed and just whatever. So, sometimes I just get sad and then I just take a little break mentally and physically. I just take a break. But you can't really, how many breaks you gonna take? Girl, I need to get this van bill over with. But I don't need to make any more mistakes because mistakes cost. And I have made several mistakes. I have. But let me turn y'all around. Let's talk about the dilemmas of the day and get up and get this party started. So my biggest dilemma, which you don't really think about until you're in the van and the door is closed. This right here, this door, it is ugly. It is ugly. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm thinking I'm gonna go leaf this door, but then when I convince myself to go leaf the door, all the little indentions, that is gonna become a part of the gold leaf. Like, that's gonna become a part of what you stare at. And I don't know if I want to stare at that. But it would be easier to paint the door, gold leaf the door. Framing it out and putting a frame on top of that would look nice as well. But it would also complicate things. I have no idea what I'm going to do, you guys. And this is a holdup because this really bothers me. Looking at this bothers me. I don't like it. As you guys can see, I gold leaf the part that goes down there. And I think I need to put that back on there. I didn't put it back on there yet because I was trying to decide if I want to paint this. And I might paint the bottom of that. But I was trying to decide if I want to paint this before I put this back on there and gold leaf that bottom. I might gold leaf the bottom part of it, paint it and gold leaf the bottom part. And then it's the back doors. The back doors is another whole situation and issue because in this van bill, you're going to see the back doors. In my other van bill, I had a whole shelf there, a whole cabinet that went all the way up to the top of the van. So when the doors were closed, I didn't see them back doors. But now you're going to see the back doors. And to just have that yellow paint on there like that, it's a no for me. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. And I'm stuck. I'm stuck like Chuck. In my mind, I'm just stuck. But I can't let this keep me from doing other stuff, but it kind of is because it bothers me and I want to work on it now and I want to do it now. No, I have to kind of forget about this for now. So anyway, y'all, that is a part of my dilemma. And the other parts of my dilemma is this bed thing, which I'm sitting on right now. I have the mattress on and the blankets on, so I can't really explain it to you. So I guess in the next video, I will try to explain that to you guys. And I'm just going to have to get over it. I'm going to have to get over it. I'm going to have to figure this out. I'm going to have to rustle up the money to go get the wood I need, I think, one piece of wood will give me my two sides. And getting my two sides, I think I'm going to need 2 pieces of wood to at least get the frame of this cabinet situated. But before I do that, I need to finalize my walls, get all of my wires up in my wall. So yeah. And now I'm remembering I need to put some wire on my Amazon wish list because I need some more wire for the van. I borrowed some from Ms Charlene and I need to get that wire back to give to her, but then I need my own. So let me go put some on the Amazon wish list. And I'm going to talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments bar below. And please keep me in your prayers. And if anybody want to help out with the van bill in any shape, form, or fashion, my information is in the description box below. My Cash App, my PayPal, my Amazon wish list, and my mailing address. I'm going to talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye. Thanks for listening to me today, Nutty Buddy Nation.